Welcome to this explainer. So, you're moving to Dhaka for work, a new business venture, or maybe a temporary project, and you're currently tearing your hair out trying to figure out exactly where to live. Well, relocating to a bustling, vibrant city is incredibly exciting, but let's be honest, it can also be a massive source of stress if you don't have the right home base. Finding the right place makes a completely night and day difference in your daily life, especially when your office is right in the heart of a busy city. In this explainer, we're breaking down a comprehensive guide by REIT-Limited on how to find the absolute best furnished apartment near your workplace in Dhaka. We're going to help you balance comfort, budget, convenience, and lifestyle, all while saving you a ton of time and stress. First things first, let's get real for a second and ask a pretty serious question. How much of your time in Dhaka is going to be spent just sitting in traffic? If you know anything about this rapidly growing metropolis, you know that heavy congestion is a daily reality. Sometimes a simple 5-kilometer drive turns into a grueling, hour-long ordeal. Commuting doesn't just drain the clock. It is a massive drain on your daily productivity and your physical well-being. Spending hours on the road can quickly turn an amazing job opportunity into a total, exhausting grind. Okay, let's dive into this. Consider this your practical survival guide for relocation. Today, we're covering the Dhaka Commute Challenge, why choose fully furnished, budgeting and neighborhood selection, safety, amenities, and setup, the value of lease flexibility, and finally, securing your Dhaka apartment. Starting right off with point 1, the Dhaka Commute Challenge. Look, living far away from the office is basically a one-way ticket to exhausting commutes. It means higher transport expenses, whether you're driving yourself, using ride-sharing services, or navigating public transit. And most importantly, it means significantly less personal time. But living nearby? Well, that completely flips the script. You actually get that time back for your family, your friends, or just unwinding. Cutting your travel distance lowers your daily costs. And crucially, you arrive at work feeling refreshed instead of totally stressed out, which obviously boosts your productivity and your overall health. Honestly, living near your workplace in Dhaka is the #1 way to secure your work-life balance. Moving on to Section 2. Why choose fully furnished? So, what's the smartest fix for professionals, expats, and remote workers? It's a furnished services apartment. This housing model is designed purely for convenience. It's a ready-to-live solution that provides all the furniture, all the appliances, modern amenities, and the maintenance services you need. What does that mean for you? It means you can move in immediately. You completely skip those agonizing weeks of setup hassle. You don't have to navigate a brand new city trying to buy household essentials or argue with utility companies. You literally just drop your bags and begin focusing entirely on your work. Think about the sheer amount of stress that gets eliminated when you look at what's actually included. You get comfortable bedroom and living room furniture, a dedicated dining area, and all your kitchen appliances and cookware ready to go. You've got a washing machine, high-speed internet, air conditioning, which, trust me, is vital, plus housekeeping and 24-hour security. By wrapping all of these features into a single rental package, it simplifies your living experience immensely. Which brings us to Section 3, budgeting and neighborhood selection. Now, it's incredibly easy to fall into a common trap here. When you browse listings, the perceived cost of an unfurnished apartment might look a lot cheaper at first glance, but you have to step back and look at the true holistic value. Once you factor in the base rent, plus the utility bills, the Wi-Fi, the furniture you didn't have to buy, the parking, maintenance charges, and the housekeeping, it becomes crystal clear that a furnished services apartment is actually incredibly cost-effective. You're preserving your capital by avoiding massive upfront furniture purchases, and more importantly, you're saving your own valuable time. So how do we evaluate our options? Let's walk through this essential matrix. For distance, the golden rule in Dhaka is aiming for a 10 to 30-minute commute. That is your absolute sweet spot to save time. For your budget, you must factor in rent, utilities, and maintenance to prevent financial stress down the road. And for nearby facilities, we're talking about pure convenience. Professionals in Dhaka thrive when supermarkets, restaurants, pharmacies, hospitals, and banks are either a short walk or a very short drive away. And here's a pro tip for you. Visit the neighborhood at different times of the day. This helps you understand the traffic conditions, the noise levels, and the overall vibe before you sign on the dotted line. Next up is Section 4, safety, amenities, and setup. Safety absolutely has to be your top priority. Even if a property looks stunning on the inside, those attractive aesthetics mean absolutely nothing without vital security measures protecting you. You need to demand secure building access, active CCTV surveillance, and professional security staff on site. Look for emergency exits, smoke detectors, and well-lit entrances. Feeling truly secure at home contributes massively to your overall peace of mind. And hey, don't be afraid to research the surrounding neighborhood's reputation or ask current residents about their experiences. Now, out of all the amenities, there is one that is an absolute non-negotiable: backup electricity. This is a real game changer, especially if you are a remote worker or a consultant. It's crucial for keeping your high-speed internet online, keeping that air conditioning running, and ensuring your daily comfort isn't suddenly interrupted. You simply cannot afford downtime when you're on a temporary work assignment, so make sure this is explicitly included in your agreement. All right, let's turn this into an actual rapid-fire physical inspection checklist for when you tour these properties. Because, let's face it, online photos don't always reflect reality. Step 1. Inspect the cleanliness of the apartment and its overall condition. Make sure it actually has enough storage for your needs. Step 2. Actually test the appliances and turn on the faucets to check the water pressure. Step 3. Pull out your phone, examine the internet speed, and ask management directly about their maintenance response times. Take a moment to read reviews from previous tenants too. It gives you real insight into the property management's actual service quality. Section 5. The value of lease flexibility. You've really got to understand the massive financial safeguard of a flexible lease versus the risk of a rigid contract. Standard contracts can lock you in for years, often with very high penalties if you need to break them early. But your employment situation or project length could change at any moment. That's why many providers of furnished services apartments offer flexible options. We're talking monthly, quarterly, or yearly agreements that adapt to you. This kind of flexibility allows you to extend or shorten your stay without getting financially trapped. Just remember to always read the rental agreement carefully so you understand cancellation policies and deposit requirements. And finally, Section 6, securing your Dhaka apartment. There's a fantastic quote from our source material that perfectly sums this all up. A well-chosen apartment isn't just a place to stay. It becomes the foundation for a comfortable, balanced, and successful lifestyle. By taking the time to balance practical features with comfort, you are literally investing in your own well-being. With ready-to-use furniture and modern amenities, you settle in quickly and focus on what actually matters: your career, your productivity, and enjoying your quality of life in Dhaka. So, now that you're armed with this evaluation matrix and inspection checklist, are you ready to find your perfect place in a highly sought-after area like Bashundhara, RA? If you're looking for the ultimate stress-free housing solution, let REIT-Limited help you find the right place. They specialize in these exact types of furnished services apartments, and they know the area inside out. Reach them at +880 1711 993377 or check out their website at hotels.com BD. So leaving you with one final thought today. Now that you know how to completely eliminate the stress of moving and dramatically cut down on your commute time, what are you going to achieve with all those extra hours you get back every single week?